Good afternoon.
The committee to call in for quorum. Hopefully it won't be too much longer. We'll keep you posted.
Thanks, Shelley.
Pleasure. Trustee McLean is on? Okay, excellent. So are we ready to go?
We've got quorum.
How about from the recording perspective, are we ready to go?
Are we ready to go on live? Are you ready to go live? Are we good? Yep.
Can we
We're gonna launch them.
Can we go? Okay. Thank you so much. Welcome everyone to the Audit Committee meeting of Monday, March the 17th, 2025. If you're able, please stand for the land acknowledgement. We acknowledge we are hosted on the lands of the Mississaugas of the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Wendat. We also recognize the enduring presence of all First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples. Thank you very much. We have quorum. Are there any declarations of possible conflict of interest seeing the agenda today? Seeing and hearing none, may I please have a motion to approve the agenda? And it will have to be someone online because myself and staff are the only ones in the room.
I can move that, Shelley. It's Robin Pilkey.
Thank you, Ms.
Last name,
Pilkey.
sorry.
No problem. Is there a seconder?
Wong?
Trustee
Thank you very much, Trustee Arts. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Then that carries. Thank you very much. There are two sets of meeting minutes from December 2nd and the special meeting we had on December 18th to review the Auditor General's report. May I please have a mover for both sets of minutes?
Trustee Arts?
Thank you, Trustee Arts. A seconder?
Trustee Wong.
Thank you very much, Trustee Wong. Any discussion? Any concerns? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Those carry. Thank you very much. Do we have any delegations?
There are no delegations, Chair.
Thank you so much. So we're going to move to internal audit reports. The first one is 6.1, the internal audit update for this month. You can find it on page 7 of your agenda, and I'll turn to Executive Officer Mr. Schneider for his remarks. Just so people know who are on the call, we have Director Latouche in the room, Executive Officer Schneider, and we have Dan Nortes and Mandrika. And I apologize, I'm not sure who the IT technician's name is. Rasham. So we're well supported here in the room. Please carry on, Mr. Schneider.
Thank you. Brief report this month, Chair. The internal audit department has been working on doing the school audit.
I'm sorry, we can't hear anything
I don't
online.
think your mic is on. Can you try again?
Hello,
No,
hello, hello.
no. Yeah, that one's live. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, Madam Chair, before Mr. Snyder starts, I noted you mentioned the new director was on the call, but the call is the camera is off. It would be nice if the new director would speak to the members of the audit committee before we get started, perhaps.
Certainly, I will absolutely put him on the spot to speak to members of the audit committee. His mic is now on and hopefully the camera will be on him as well. Please, Director Latouche.
Thank you, and through you, Chair. It's a pleasure to be with the Audit Committee this afternoon. My name's Clayton Latouche, and it's a real privilege to be the director of this amazing board and to be joining this committee for the first time this afternoon. So look forward to the conversation. and look forward to learning more about you, about the work of this committee and the important work that you do. I've had the opportunity to begin to read through some past agendas and reports, and looking forward to engaging in the work with the amazing team that I've had the privilege to meet so far. So thank you very much, Madam Chair, for the opportunity to greet the committee. By way of introductions, for those whom I've not had the opportunity to meet previously, my previous role before coming in as director was as Assistant Deputy Minister for the Ministry of Education in the Student Support and Field Services Division. And I was on secondment to the minister for about 3.5 years from the York Region District School Board, where my last role was as Associate Director of Schools and Operations. And I've had previous roles in the York Board where I spent most of my career, but of note, I began my career in the Toronto District School Board as a teacher before moving to York Region as an administrator. So again, thank you, Audit Committee, for the critical work that you do with the board. And again, I look forward to engaging with this committee and others as I support the work of the board moving forward. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. Thank you for introducing yourself to the members of the committee. I will go now back to Executive Officer Schneider for 6.1.
Thank you. And through you, Madam Chair, unfortunately, Stephanie Harris was unavailable tonight, so I'll be presenting a report on her behalf. So the internal audit team is working on 2 of their engagements. The first is around the school operational audits, and the commitment from the internal audit department was to complete 25 audits during the school year. Currently, as of March 3rd, 10 have been completed, with 2 drafts reports being issued for the school's comments, and they expect to finalize all the reports in the June Audit Committee meeting. The other work that's being done by the internal audit department right now is review of related to master vendor records and to make recommendations. This work has not as of yet commenced, but will be commencing shortly, and the internal audit departments expect to report out on that in September of 25. And that's the end of tonight's brief report. And through you, Madam Chair, happy to take any questions.
Do any members of the committee have any questions on the report? Or any of the other trustees that have joined us?
Through you, Madam Chair, please add my name to the list.
Thank you, Ms. Pilkey. Please go ahead.
Sorry, just to clarify, I wasn't sure when I read this report. It said the internal audit was going to work on 25 school audits, and now it sounds like they've done 12. Does that mean there's 13 out there, or 13, or you're only doing 12 this year? I was a bit confused by that.
Through you, Madam Chair, we plan to do all 25, but at this point of March 3rd, only 12 had been completed. The field work had been completed. The balance will be done between now and the end of June.
Excuse me for 1 minute. Trustee Hastings, can you please turn your volume off? Thank you.
Have it here.
Please go
Okay,
ahead.
so through you, Madam Chair, to Mr. Snyder. So even though they haven't started the next 13, you still anticipate they'll be done? It's March already. You still anticipate they'll be done by June?
That is my understanding, that they still plan to complete all 25 prior to the end of the school year.
Okay. All right.
Just 1 second. Just 1 second. You leaving? You can just go to the public website and click on this meeting. You don't have to go through eScribe or the live. The director is now helping Trustee Hastings find the agenda. That being said, any other questions? Seeing and hearing none, can I have a motion, please, to receive the report?
McLean?
Thank you, Trustee McLean. Seconder?
I believe.
Thank you, Trustee Arts. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That carries Thank you. The next report is 6.2, the Regional Internal Audit Team status update for this month. Is that also you, Executive Officer Snyder?
No, through you, Madam Chair, I see Paula Hatt is online to present her report.
Thank you very much. Ms. Happ, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Through you, Madam Chair. I just have a brief report on RIAD activities since the last meeting, which can be found on agenda page 13. So we have made some progress since the last meeting, and we're working towards having some deliverables and some reports for you at the June meeting. For the incident reporting related engagements, the additional work that we had mentioned previously has started. And the data analysis engagement is in the reporting phase. And since this update was prepared, we have had some developments. We did complete the draft report and we've shared it with management for comments. So that should be in the final stages at this point. So we hope to get that ready for you for June. Given the work that we have currently underway on the 3 engagements, especially the data analytics engagement, which has been a pretty significant undertaking because we're looking at the secondary schools. We haven't started the other engagements yet, but we do plan to work with management to schedule these. So I hope to give you a more fulsome update on those engagements, both the timing and any progress to date at the June meeting. So thank you for your time, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you very much. Any questions for Ms. Hatt? Thank you. Ms. Pilkey, please go ahead.
Thank you. Through you to Ms. Hatt. Sorry, Ms. Hatt, can you remind us again why the complaints management, incident handling, and the incident reporting is taking so long if you finished up the field work in 2023? It's 2025 now. And so yeah, if you could just remind us why that's taking so long.
Sure, no problem. Through you, Madam Chair. So the work was done in 2024. So we were looking to report it in September of 2024. Unfortunately, when we went to present the findings to management, we had sent out a survey and we hadn't had a good response rate on that survey. So management did request that we go back and send out some more surveys. So we did have some back and forth to get kind of reorient ourselves. And so we have updated the survey and increased the number of schools that we're going to send it to. So at this point, it's a matter of getting that survey sent out. And when we get the responses back, we should be able to get the report drafted. So we do have some other information already ready.
So if through you, Madam Chair, you've expanded the scope of the work, is that basically why this is taking so long?
So through you, Madam Chair, so we have expanded the scope slightly, but it's more just trying to get a more fulsome survey responses. So we wanted to make it just touch upon a larger audience to make sure that we get kind of the best feedback possible.
Through you, Madam Chair. So what does that mean, that when you did the audit planning, you decided on a too small a sample, or you expect the planning of the audit didn't take into account how many people you needed to speak to? Is that like, or
So
I'm not sure why I understand why this, I'm still not, I understand why you want to talk to more people. I just don't understand what the problem was initially.
So the initial problem was getting sufficient responses. So we had sent out the survey initially to a sample of schools, and unfortunately it was a very low response rate. So we had done some other work to reach our objectives, but management did specify that they would like to have more survey responses. Beyond, I think we only had about a 30% response rate for one of the reports. So we just wanted to make sure that we got some more feedback. So we wanted to expand the sample just to make sure that we did get something useful.
Okay, thank you, through you, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So just to confirm, which reports can we expect at our next meeting?
So through you, Madam Chair, the data analysis engagement is in the final stages and we have sent a draft to management. So we are expecting that one to be presented. And as well, we are hoping, just because of the passage of time, we are hoping to have those other 2 reports related to the incidents. So it's a matter of hopefully sending those surveys out, just providing, a certain amount of time to have the schools respond to them. And then we'll hopefully be able to tie that one up.
Thank
those
you very
two.
much. Thank you. Are there any additional questions? Seeing none, may I please have a mover for receipt?
Trustee Arts,
Thank you, trustee Arts. A seconder?
Naveen.
Thank you very much, Nadine. All in favor, please say yay or raise your hand. Thank you. Any opposed? Thank you very much. Oh, just 1 second. Very much. Sorry about that. The next item on the agenda is an update on the work tracker. Executive Officer Snyder, is this you?
Through you, Madam Chair, this is the work tracker of the work of the audit committee. It's here for your information. It just documents the work done to date. Happy to take any questions if there are any.
Does anyone have any questions on the work tracker? Is anyone online with questions? No? Then may I please have a motion to receive?
Trustee Arts,
Thank you, trustee Arts. Seconder?
McLean.
Thank you very much, trustee McLean. All in favor? Say aye.
aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Then that is carried. Now I'd like a motion, please. Oh, sorry, before we move into private, Associate Director Zucker is on the line and she'd like to provide the committee with a brief update. Associate Director Zucker?
Thank you. And through the chair, I just wanted to let the audit committee know that Wasif Hussein has received a offer of employment from the ministry or from the province, and he will be accepting that offer. That means that the position is now vacant. We were waiting for him to come back. He had a year's secondment. It was ending in March. And so we have been working with a smaller audit team in that we did not replace Wasif, but Stephanie Harris had taken on some of the oversight responsibilities. So in order to make sure that we are fulfilling our mandate and to trustees' earlier questions, an audit manager will be able to follow up with schools, make sure that they're responding to surveys, that sort of thing. And so that should help in progressing audits forward. So we do plan to post the position permanently very shortly. And at the next audit committee meeting, we are hoping that we are able to present a new internal audit manager. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that update. Ms. Pilkey, please go ahead.
Thank you through the chair. First of all, congratulations to Wasif. That's, I'm sure they really are happy to be working with him. Our loss, obviously, but congratulations to him if he's watching. I know in the past, we have had difficulty hiring in these audit positions because our salaries are not competitive. Is that going to be a problem again? Do you anticipate that being an issue? I guess is the best way to put it.
Thank you for that question, Associate Director.
Through the chair, it is a good question, and I think it is part of even the WASF's rationale possibly for the change. So it is something that we're looking at before the posting, if possible. But we are going through a non-union salary pay equity and salary review for all non-union positions right now. So unfortunately, it won't be complete before the posting. So we will look to see if there's something we can do ahead of that, understanding that the salaries are usually a concern. So,
thank you very much. Anything further, Ms. Pilkey?
Through you, Madam Chair, I would just, or knowing that if we consider these positions to be important, knowing that we can't necessarily hire from within because of the lack of, this is a specific skill set. I do hope that all efforts will be made to ensure that the salary is adequate enough to, how do I put this? Get the
Attract
right candidate.
appropriate people, correct.
Attract appropriate people. Thank you through you, Madam Chair. That would only be my comment. Just if we're serious about this position, then, you know, if we think internal audit is integral to the organization, and I think it is, especially to the risk framework, I certainly hope that adequate funding goes to that area.
Thank you very much for raising those issues. And on behalf of the committee, I'd like to ask staff to send Wasif a congratulation letter and thank him very much for his years of service and support to this particular committee, and send it from the audit committee itself. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll now need a motion, please, to move into private, and we'll need the door closed. And if staff can check to make sure there's no one on the call that shouldn't be on the call. Thank you very much, Trustee Hastings, who's shutting the door in the boardroom.
Also moves, Madam Chair.
What again? Thank you very much, Trustee McLean. Is there a seconder to move into private, please?
It's Wall here. Seconding.
Thank you very much, Trustee Wong. And I think, yep, we'll just give it a minute to shut the recording off. Assuming all in favor, please say aye. Anyone opposed? Thank you. So we'll just wait a minute